Hi, hello, and good evening. It is July the 6th, and we are chatting tonight about Temptation Island and I think Claim to Fame. Are we still doing that? I'd like
Hell
to.
yeah, I'd love
Just
to.
Yeah,
like to
all,
know what you
all
guys are
caught up.
thinking. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's just knock this sucker off, huh? Just stopped it because it was the wrong theme. So anyway, I was like, wait, I don't think this is correct. I am Kyle Petty, and I am joined, as always, by my festy besties, John Dunphy and Gina Morgino, and this is Strat Chat. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod. We are not yet on Threads. I thought about setting that up, but didn't. Totally forgot. Sorry about it.
I mean, we're all individually on Threads. We're just not on
We are
Threads.
we as a collective, as a unit.
And there are things
not.
about the podcast on Threads
Mhm.
that have been shared from our personal profiles, but
Oh. Yeah, all I really did on Threads was announce that I was on Threads. And I think I like re-threaded question mark something Reach Riley said.
Sure.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So any Hoosers, Claim to Fame. What do you guys think? Now that we're 2 episodes in, this is your first go round because you missed the premiere during premiere week. What do you think?
I'm really enjoying it actually. And I was never a fan of the Jonas Brothers growing up.
Wow.
But I really like the dynamic between Kevin and Franklin. I like laughed out loud when Franklin was like, yeah, sometimes you have a celebrity relative and you always feel like you're getting overshadowed, like when all your brothers start a band without you. It's just,
See,
that made me actually laugh.
I just recently learned of his existence during the pandemic, and as you may or may not know, I live with the biggest Jonas Brothers fan on the face of the earth. And I remember like coming out into the living room and being like, I didn't know there was a 4th Jonas brother. And she went, you didn't know about the bonus Jonas? So apparently this is like a fun little like thing.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know there was a
Jonas.
4th either.
I said, not the bonus Jonas.
And I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, is there only 4? Like now I don't know like what to think. I was like, are there any other siblings out there? Like, what else is going on? Do they have sisters too?
I don't know.
I'm the wrong one to ask.
I thought you lived with the biggest Jonas Brothers.
I'll call Darcy in and ask her all our questions.
Yeah, I would have thought that after that we would have heard about the entire lineage.
to my knowledge, it's just the 4, but what do I know?
That's fun. For those that don't know, Claim to Fame is this little show with celebrity relatives that we don't know. They're secret celebrity relatives, right? And they all have to kind of walk around and look at the clue wall, and they're telling 2 truths and a lie and doing all these little different things to throw each other off. But you want to find out who each person is related to. Apparently, in season 1, they tooted a little bit. Like the show like told people like who certain people were. Or
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what Darcy was saying. Yeah,
that sounds really stupid. I hope that doesn't happen this time.
No, and it's because we had the same conversation when we were talking about like the traders and the mole and things like that. I think it's so much more fun when we also don't have all the information because it's fun to play along. Yes. Like we're only 2 episodes in and I'm having a great time trying to figure out who everyone's related to. I would so much rather that than know.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's how I felt about. Did you watch RuPaul's secret celebrity drag race like this when they revamped it?
I did not.
See, they had celebrities like as drag queens. It was almost like the Masked Singer. So you didn't know who the celebrity was.
I heard about this
performing and everything, and it was so much fun. And then they told us halfway through the season, and I immediately stopped watching. I was like, well, now I don't care.
Half the fun is trying to figure it out.
Exactly. More than half the fun. I'm sorry. It really, really lame. It really killed it for me. So I hope that doesn't happen here. Or if it does, I at least hope it happens August 2nd.
Right.
When we don't care anymore.
Exactly.
And we're back to real life.
What do you think about some of these clues? Like the clue wall, I feel like is very a lot of those things could be multiple things,
Sure.
Like the whole astronaut with the Buzz Aldrin. The first thing that I heard somebody say about the astronaut on the clue wall was Apollo 13, right? And Carly was freaking out about but then then someone's like, oh well, maybe someone's related to Buzz Aldrin, and there's a B over here, like Buzz, and it's like it can be a little bit more played with. But I felt like that clue that Travis took out on Shane, that felt like it was so obvious to me. Like, I don't know, maybe.
Oh, really? I was.
Oh, yeah.
I also think when I first saw it, I didn't know if it was one of those things of like, this is the celebrity's name in pictures, or if it was like, this is like pieces of information about them. And like, there's that Instagram filter or whatever where it's like you're trying to sound out what the word is with the pictures. I didn't know if it was that kind of a vibe or what it ended up being, but I don't think I would have gotten that clue.
I'm sure it could also just be like that specific clue was very obvious. Like maybe as we go on, like the rest of them won't be as obvious. But like I saw that crown, I was like, okay, royalty, king, and then the next like coming to America. It was like a picture of a plane flying to America. I was like, this is obviously coming to America.
Absolutely wouldn't have got. I did not get it at all. Didn't think twice.
I was like, something about buckwheat at the end. I said, that's about all I know. I was like, little rascals.
I didn't even get that far. I was looking at it like, what are these? What are these?
Know.
What is happening?
That's
I was
so
like,
funny.
it's most certainly not Janet Jackson. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I actually thought Shane looked like Rosario Dawson the first time I saw her. That's like the first person I thought of. But
that's fair. In terms of people looking like people, the only person that I can say I looked at and was like, you must be, is the guy who looks like John Mayer. You cannot tell me that his celebrity relative is not John Mayer.
I don't think it is, though. Based on the clue we got.
He looks just like him. I don't know. Well, what was the clue for him?
It was like a puppy. So, because I read a little bit of like a recap from somebody too, and they were saying that people online think that he's related to Donny Osmond. Because if you look at it, like it was...
Oh, I can see that too.
Yeah, puppy, love, teen, and it was like I, and then a picture of a doll.
I saw Idol. Something said Idol. Yeah,
like puppy, love, teen, idol, and then the next clue was 7 T-shirts, like puppy, love, teen, idol, in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Okay. I can see that.
All right.
He just looks so much like John Mayer to me. I couldn't get past that.
I will tell you that he does look a lot. I thought they were on something with that when somebody said John Mayer, yeah. But most of them though, I really am having a hard time trying to guess because that's my first go-to is like, who do they look like? But
right.
I have no idea who anybody looks like. I have no ideas on anyone.
And then even though like you'll see people in the house be like, oh, this person looks, she looks like Steve Harvey, and he looks like this person, and I'm like, no, they don't. Where are you getting that from?
I know.
And I don't really know what Buzz Aldrin looks like, so I don't know if Hugo looks like him.
Yeah,
I don't. Some of these people that do, I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's cute that you got Buzz from the bee, but and the spaceship, but I suppose that's about it.
Well, am I right? Because I couldn't remember if they said, are some of those clues nothing? Is that what they were saying?
On the wall?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's specifically on the wall. I know they said like the house, I think, is filled with clues, and some of them are not really anything. But maybe it is just the clue wall. I don't remember. Really 100% remember. But
yeah, I don't remember either. That would be interesting if that whole spaceship thing means absolutely nothing. Especially because that's the one that people are talking about like the most. Like people that seem to be so obsessed with the spaceship and the bee, and if they both or even just one meant nothing is really funny to me.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, what do you think of these challenges? The talent show we had. I don't think we even got to see everybody go.
We didn't need to.
Did we not?
I don't know. Remember. We could have. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Did you like Carly's?
Some of those were really rough.
Carly was atrocious, but the worst was that young lady.
The poor girl who sang, what was it? Was she singing Ave Maria? Oh, Amazing Grace. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, my God. Like, yeah. I don't understand how she wasn't in the bottom. I'm sorry.
Truly, I have no idea.
Like that non-basketball shooting man. Like, yes, that was rough, and he hurt himself making no baskets. What is his name? RJ or something?
I think it's JR. I think it's JR. Yeah,
dyslexia. Sorry.
I can't believe he tore ligaments. Bad.
And Hugo, definitely not an athlete with his weightlifting or whatever that was supposed to be. But I would still pay to see either one of them before her.
Yeah. Yeah.
rough.
No, I
Really
totally
rough.
agree.
Carly looked
Oh,
manic.
man.
Like, it was almost like
Yeah, I
concerning.
worry about her. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on there.
She was not good at this game. Actually, so the reason I was so excited to start watching this show too was because of what you told me, Kyle. Just that like that last exit, that exit in the first episode was like one of the craziest exits you had
Never seen
seen. Like,
anything
Well,
like
that was one. I was sitting in my room while Darcy was watching it with one of her friends in the living room, and they were like, "Gina, I know you don't watch this show. Just watch the last like 5 minutes of this episode." And I was like, "What is going on?"
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It was
I
crazy.
I honestly expected her to blow up like in front of everyone, which I guess technically she still did because they could all hear her. But like she started walking away, and I was like, oh, maybe this won't be that bad. And then just the yelling about like, I deserve more screen time. These clues are so obvious. A freaking bench, really? Like, of course that's Forrest Gump.
I like when she was like, I don't remember the name, but she was like, "Oh, and he even got it, and he's not even smart." And he
Oh,
was like,
Gabriel.
"What the hell?"
Yeah, my immediate thought was like, Tom Hanks is going to see this and be like, Carly, you can't come over for a while.
Carly,
you
I can't
embarrassed us.
believe you told people that you're related to me. Like,
Right?
my God.
Well,
You
and
said
then
I'm the
I
nicest
don't.
man in Hollywood, and this is how you behave. This is how you were learned.
Darcy sent me like a clip of her in some kind of an interview with somebody, and like she was talking about like, oh, like yeah, like we haven't spoken in a while, like all this, and I was like, oh, he just straight up doesn't know this girl. Like they either have never spoken or he's like, I don't know her, dude. Carly, who?
Can I ask a question? Because I couldn't remember. I noticed after episode 2. So Carly went home episode 1. Travis goes home episode 2. But I noticed that when Travis got eliminated for his celebrity relative being Neil deGrasse Tyson, we got like a video from Neil. Did we get one from Tom Hanks?
Nope, we sure
didn't.
We sure didn't. There was like a picture of her holding his whatever award, Oscar, Golden Globe. I don't remember which one it was that he was holding,
right.
but
That's right.
it also looked like it was 1,000 years ago. So I don't know if he knows her at all.
Yeah, she didn't look like that anymore. Yikes.
That was wild.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the second challenge, though? The red carpet one. I feel like the rules are a little. It was very fun, but I feel like the rules are a little loose on some of this because some people had like makeup all over their faces, and then it looked like a few people had just like a couple dabs on the cheeks. Like, I'm like, how are you? How do you? Who's telling you when you can move on or not? I don't know. It's not.
I don't.
I guess, but
yeah, and that's the thing because I don't think this was designed like this is not like your typical like the challenge relay race. Like this is just really intended to be a couple of chuckles.
Right. No one actually cares about the competitions. They don't
Yeah.
really do anything.
Right. I guess they do want that immunity though, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, like I think they care to an extent. I don't think we're supposed to.
But also, immunity in a game like this it doesn't really mean as much, you know? Like, it's not like there's all of these, like, you know, the social hierarchy of the house, and you have to, like, get through all of these obstacles. It's just like, oh, no one's going to guess who my relative is, and they probably wouldn't have anyway, because no one has any clues on anything, you know?
Right.
Like, it's not as high stakes, I feel like.
Yeah. And actually, we heard Gabriel say in that second elimination round when the Jonases asked him, you know, how you feeling? And Gabriel was like, I actually feel like I have power. And I'm like, it does make sense. Like, you know, when you're on the block in Big Brother, like, and it's after the veto comp, like all you have left is your speech to make. Like these people can send somebody home still and save themselves in the process. You know, like you do have a lot more power being down to those last 2 people. And
if you're in the bottom and you have an idea of something, you could easily like, you know, you're only going home if you're in the bottom if you guess wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a better name for some of these because it just doesn't sound so threatening. Like, you know, you won't be the target of the guessing, and it's like, ugh. And it's like, I don't know. Can we come like with like a more fun way, something that sounds a little more threatening, like, because we come up with silly things in the challenge, like if you want to be part of the I don't don't know. Now I can't think of one. But the governing body that would now decide who is going to be like put up. Don't we always have like a fun name? And like the arena is always something. It's not just the
Right.
elimination arena. It's like the gulag or something like that. It's like the aggro crowd.
Zone.
Yeah, like things like that. I feel like they need like just lean into how cheesy the show is and just come up with something stupid to say.
Sure.
Because it doesn't sound very threatening to be,
Yeah.
the guesser.
I get that.
Yeah, that's all. It's like that.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh man, but I'm having a lot of fun actually watching the show. I'm glad that we're watching it.
I
so.
really like it. I like
It's
it a
good
lot.
time. So Claim to Fame. Find out on ABC
Yeah.
on Mondays. Okay, for our live watchers. On the next day on Hulu. HULU. Are we done with that?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Yeah, I think.
We'll do some Temptation Island.
Yeah, I want
Sure.
This is the most ridiculous show. I think that's exactly it. What I said last week too. This is the most ridiculous show I've ever seen
show
It's
is so stupid.
Bonkers.
in my entire life. This one got a little feisty. We had some.
Oh, it sure did. I've been very excited to talk to you specifically about this episode.
I had a feeling. Yeah, we had some altercations.
We sure
man,
did.
where do we even
Lots
start?
of
Yeah,
fireworks.
Where do we even start with this episode? We picked up with the tail end of the bonfire.
Right. We picked up with the tail end of the bonfire. And this is what did we get to see here? We got to see Roberto's reaction to Vanessa. Basically say that, I'm not settling, but like I definitely did lower my standards. Like people know who I'm usually with, and they're like, what is this?
Let me find out that my partner is telling people that he lowered his standards to be with me. Yeah. Let me find out.
And your friends are also saying like, what are you doing with this one? So everyone's talking about it. It's not just
Would
what
you
think,
imagine? I would be livid.
So
it's like he's already not like feeling great about Vanessa anymore, but now he's knowing that like any relationships that he might have had with friends or family, that's coming into question too. Like, do all these people just think I suck? Like, for the last year, like,
especially because like, not for nothing, out of the two of them, I don't think he's the problem there.
No, I don't think he is either. Yeah, so that was interesting. And at least that solves what I was concerned about last week, right? I was like, are the girls really going to get like the same edit? Because like a lot of these guys really looked very bad and everything looked like we were playing into them a little bit. I still felt like it was still a little slanted that way, but whatever.
Yeah, especially I remember the video that they showed Chris, the clip they showed him of Maricela, looked like it happened after her bonfire, of her like crying and talking about like feeling really insecure because Chris has met somebody over there who's got good credit. Like she was crying in her like nice dress, like coming from the bonfire, and I was like, it's weird that
I don't remember.
It's weird that like this is her video, and then like everyone else's video is like almost hooking up with people or saying like I want to be husband and wife here, like Vanessa said with Bryce and stuff, like or Paris saying that she wants to.
A very nice edit.
Yeah.
Paris.
She Miss Mess herself.
Yeah,
she really I don't know about her. I don't know about her.
She is a mess. She is. I can't wait. Okay. Oh, there they are.
There they are.
Paris and Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this relationship is 100% dead.
Oh,
no way.
Doomed.
They came into this doomed. I mean, I think everyone's doomed. I don't think any of them are like going to make it.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember the guy's name, but Maricela and partner, maybe.
And Christopher?
They're the only two I think have any shot at leaving this thing together.
I guess. Yeah.
My hopes aren't high. I'm just saying of the four couples, they're the only ones that I'm like, you could leave together.
Yeah. I am still interested also in like Hall and Caitlin. I don't think they're going to leave together, but like it was interesting to see her in this episode you know, she's been getting pretty friendly with Mike, right? I think his name is.
Mhm.
And like we saw Mike like getting into her bed, it looked like in this episode, and she chose. It looked like she didn't even tell him that she wasn't coming back, and she just chose to sleep on the couch.
Right.
I
So
just
I
still
thought that was
can't get past
interesting.
the fact. I still can't get past Hall because he doubled down on it in this episode of like, yeah, you know, I've met this girl who like she's everything that I've been looking for, and like the reason why I'm not really happy with Caitlyn is because I've met this woman who is everything I want. I'm like, you realistically can't know this girl for more than 4 days max. Like, how are you so attached to this woman that you don't know that you're like, no, look at how her eyes light up when she says she wants a child. You know one fact about this woman, and now you're gonna just abandon your entire relationship for her.
Well, listen. The thing about that, though, I'm glad this now has come up because this I didn't like his bonfire, and I forgot to mention this because Mark was really laying into him, basically like, oh, you're basically auditioning handmaids or something.
Oh, right.
It's like now stop it because that I have a completely different view on that, and like, should he be willing to just drop everything for like this whole baby thing? Like when you put it that way, it sounds terrible, but like that is one of those deal breakers, like.
Oh no,
Like,
I said that last week that
yeah,
having a kid or
it
not is
is.
definitely a deal breaker conversation. But when that is the only thing that you know about this woman, and you're like, she's everything I've ever been looking for. It's like, no, she just wants a kid. You
Right.
don't know
Yeah,
her.
it's a very, very grand statement, but I think it also does highlight then how important having kids is to him. That like he would be willing to just like drop everything just because he found out that this fun girl also wants to have kids. That means Kristen or Kirsten or whatever her name is, like definitely not the one for Hall. Like this ain't gonna work. And now, was there ever a resolution to that whole bed thing? You know, because obviously, you know, she had some very strong feelings about being in the bed with Mark or what is it, Michael?
With Mike, yeah.
This is amazing stuff.
We don't know
Mark,
anybody's
Michael, I
names.
don't know anybody's name. And
No,
like,
she just slept on the couch. That was the end of
Yeah.
that.
right. But then, like, I'm curious to know, it did Hall sleep in the same bed as Michaela? Because that is going to
Yeah.
really be an issue. And they did. I don't
don't
think
think
they
they- yeah.
showed us that, right? We went to the guy's villa, and
No, we didn't
that's
see
when we
it.
got into the fight with Nafisa and Co, which I'm sure we'll get to. But you know, what do you
Yeah.
think about Hall and Kirsten, Kristen, or Chris, whatever her name is,
Michaela.
Caitlyn.
Caitlin?
Or-
Wow, it's not Kristen or Kirsten. I just thought I had the I and the R mixed up. It's a whole different name.
Nope,
Damn.
just Caitlyn.
Sorry, girl.
I'm wondering if we got shown like Caitlyn choosing to sleep on the couch instead of in the bed in this episode, because maybe on the next episode or something we're gonna get a bonfire where Caitlyn gets shown a clip of Hall
Yeah.
sleeping with Michaela
Yeah.
in bed.
Because the only sleeping situations that we saw were Caitlyn and Paris, I believe. I don't think we saw anybody else's.
I think that's true. We did see Rob and Desiree or whatever making out on that couch, I think. But like the only people we saw actually like going to bed. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, Kyle looks elated.
Wait a minute. Desiree. That's this
Uh-huh.
girl here. She.
Yep.
What do we think about her?
I feel like I don't really know much. I feel like we haven't.
Yeah, I don't
seen
have much
out
of an
her.
opinion either way, to be honest.
Ugh, I thought her little DR moment was so cringy.
Oh
What
yeah.
was hers? I don't remember what she
She
said.
was saying, I think, oh yeah, because she was making out with Rob or whatever, and she goes, "I am totally monkey face covering eyes emoji." Like, oh my god.
Oh yes, yes,
And I
yes,
was like,
yes.
why is your face? It's not moving. There's absolutely no. There's like just dead in the eyes. And I was like, this girl. I was like, I don't know how she even got cast. It's like you're saying all the words that I'm supposed to find entertaining in the least entertaining way possible.
Kyle, they got cast because they're hot people. None of them got cast for their personality.
Right, but like this is a show about personality. You ran
Is
out
it?
of hot
I think
people.
it's a show about being hot.
But there's not. Listen. She's very attractive, but like we couldn't have found some. I can already name hotter. I can name hot people that are more fun than this. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't know. Understand? Sorry, I think
true.
she's whack. She's got to go. Wish not granted. What did you think of the eliminations?
They weren't what I was expecting. I thought what I read last
No.
week. Yeah, what I read last week, or what I thought I read, was that like it seemed like all of the members of the couples like would be in the same place, and then like I thought what I had read was that they had to like almost decide on somebody to eliminate like together.
Oh no,
But
no, because the wording of it was weird, but it was like the couples sent home one of their respective people. Like it's just
right,
it was worded in
right,
a weird way,
yeah.
but I think that was
The
always
way,
the.
yeah, the way I like read it, I understood it when I first read it was completely wrong. But um, I don't know. What do you think about this? Each four men, four women, like kind of like decide on a few, and
I didn't
almost would,
like it.
I almost would. I almost
I
think
think it
I
was
would
it was kind
prefer.
of lame. I don't know.
Lame.
I
I thought it
almost,
was so uncomfortable. Just like, you know what? We're done with you.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? Of course, it's gonna be uncomfortable.
I know. I just
yeah,
thought we could have a better like system with this, like maybe like a point system. If you just don't get taken on X amount of dates, you just
It
leave.
it felt a
Like,
little anticlimactic to me. I don't know. I
uh,
don't know what the alternative is, but it just kind of like happened.
yeah. Because I
it's
feel like
weird.
depending on like your personality, like if you're the person that speaks up a lot in the group, I feel like you could really take control of some of these and like be like, I'm gonna make sure they're not saying this person's name or that person's name, because those are the two I have my eye on. Like felt like Vanessa was like kind of dominating hers a little bit, you know,
Oh,
she
absolutely.
like she does.
Yeah, as she does
But like
everything.
even her reason for why Bryce was going up was all hers. She goes, "Oh, we felt a very non-committal attitude." It's like, no, he just didn't want to commit to you. Like,
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just didn't say, "Yeah, I want to get married on the first night."
yeah,
right. I just don't want to settle into you. That's not what this experience is supposed to be, which I thought was a fair like thing
Yeah.
to say to her. Yeah,
yeah.
no, she's not
And
that.
if any of the other women do actually think that Bryce is non-committal, it's probably because he doesn't want to commit to Vanessa and hasn't had a chance to commit to anyone else because she won't
Yeah.
leave him
Because she
alone.
keeps picking him. Yeah.
I
But
think she's going to be really interesting with some of these eliminations now that we see how this goes. Like this one is lame because this is early. You know, once
Sure.
Bryce starts to have a connection with somebody else and that starts to go, Vanessa's not going to like that.
Oh
Whether-
no.
Even if she
No.
moves on to somebody else, like she's not going to have it. So she's going to come into these things like, you know, like guns a blazing, like he's got to go, he's got to go. And then whatever homegirl is digging him, it's going to be like, no, absolutely not. And I can't wait for
Uh-huh.
that. Like that'll be fun.
that will be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
I totally agree.
I was hoping that we would see Abby go, though.
Now, which one is Abby?
Abby is the
Refresh my
one that got
memory.
into that fight with Chris in the
Yeah, in the hot
jacuzzi.
tub. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that thing
Let
is.
me pull her up. I can't see her.
Abby. I don't know where she is. Here we go. Here's Miss Abby.
Oh, I don't know her name because I still call her Chloe.
Yeah, she was the one basically saying, "You're not being real. You're not being authentic.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
you don't
yes,
know
yes.
these people. How could you possibly like
And
say
even because she was like, "Oh God, what did she say? That he is."
a narcissist?"
Yes, and he was like, "You've literally known me for a couple of days. What are you talking about?"
No, I don't know what.
He's like, "You don't know me. What are you basing this off of? Because I don't want to date you? What's happening?"
Yeah, yeah. What did you? The comment that he made was like, "I came in here with a girlfriend. I'll just leave with a girlfriend." Like telling them like, "You're gonna yell at me, then none of you can have me." It's
Exactly. Like, what? I don't need any of it. I'll just eliminate all of them.
Mess.
The whole
Oh
thing
my
was so
God.
stupid. But I was hoping she would leave. But no such luck. Maybe next week.
I will say in the elimination of like which of the single guys was going home, I think I posted about this earlier. Like I honestly like they said his name and I was like, who? I did not like have any. I feel like maybe we saw him. I don't remember him, but it was in his little like outro where he was like, yeah, well, what I've learned is that moving forward, I have to be a little bit more aggressive with the way that I choose to approach women. I just have to be more aggressive in the way that I, date. And I was like, maybe aggressive is not the word we'd like to be using when talking about why a woman one time didn't want to date you. Maybe we don't say that. I don't know if that's what you should be taking from this experience.
Especially because like we actually saw him in this episode saying to Caitlin that like, yeah, I know I haven't really talked to you at all, but I am into you. Like you weren't doing anything. Maybe just put in a little effort. You don't have to now be like, oh, I have to be aggressive.
Right. I don't know if aggressive is where you should be taking this.
Right. You don't have to go 0 to 60. Maybe like 0 to 15. Like, I still want to talk about the Nafisa.
Listen, Matt
altercations.
Blevins.
Oh yeah, no, I was trying to purposely say that for last because that
Yeah.
was, I
There
really
were two.
with the moneymaker. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I will say, because I've been really a fan of Nafisa from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
In the first altercation she was in, I sided with her.
Yes.
Oh, the
Because
first altercation was with the exit of Miss Marjorie, wasn't it?
yes, with Marjorie leaving.
Yeah.
And
I literally in that I said out loud to no one. I was like, it's giving Paloma. Like something about this felt very like that energy of like, what are you basing this off of? Why are you saying that we haven't seen anything of this woman? Why are you coming? You're just mad that you're going home and now you're trying to be like, nah, but screw her though. I was like, what is going on? This is gross. What's happening?
It was really weird.
yeah. And like I loved the whole thing of like she was telling Nafisa like, you haven't made any connections in here, nobody really likes you and blah blah blah. And I'm like, but you're the one going home, so clearly somebody likes
Right.
Nafisa more than you.
Right, at least more than you.
Yeah. She might be the second least favorite in there, but like you're the first.
You can't really that's not a valid argument for any
Right,
reason,
not in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But the second Nafisa altercation with Tammy, this was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
This was so like just walking into the room, going directly to Tammy. There were clearly other people in the room, and Nafisa was like, "Did you brush your teeth yet?" Like, what? Did her breath stink? Like, I don't know.
Right, it's like, how else are you supposed to take that other than like a read?
Right. I think part of this is also we were drinking. I also am wondering, like, why she went in there. Was she going in there to brush her teeth as well? That's unclear to us. That is unclear to us. Like, what if she was going? Because wasn't that like it looked like the group bathroom or whatever? That she went
I
in
thought
there.
it looked like they were sitting in like the kitchen.
Well,
Looked like
that's
they were
when
sitting
They were sitting in the
part
kitchen,
happened.
but like, where were they going?
Yeah, weren't they going into when they went in that room? Wasn't she?
It was shot a little weird because it looked like Nafisa was walking into a doorway, like into a room, and asking about like so maybe she asked her that first, and then Tammy like went into the kitchen and Nafisa followed her in.
And then was
But it was
yeah,
just
and
yeah,
in her
the
feelings.
way it
That's
was
what
shot,
looked
it
like.
just looked weird. But
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. So like, what if she
Yeah.
was going in there to brush her teeth, and she was like, "Oh, did you brush your teeth yet?" Maybe she just thinks that people do that. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
She definitely went like way off the rails. Like,
Oh, it went 0 to 100 real quick.
but it also like she should have just like walked away. But like Tammy also like was not dropping it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the whole thing was like ridiculous. I still think that, well, for me, the biggest offense here was Miss Tia. Like, get out of here. Like, what
why are you
was all
crying?
that? Yeah, exactly. She's crying. She goes, the way you're talking to me is very disrespectful. I'm like, unless they edited some stuff out, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
like-
to assume they must have. I can't imagine she was crying over what we saw her say.
Yeah, just because Nafisa said, why are you even talking to me? And then you just immediately start crying. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Like,
And-
is that
Yeah.
a rude thing to say? Sure, but I'm not going to cry about it.
right. Unless we were really all super trashed.
Which is possible.
But-
We saw that party they had was wild.
Right. I mean, like, when I'm drunk, I certainly fly off the handle.
Yeah, but this was all the next morning. Like, are they still going to be that drunk?
I thought it was
That
still
was the
that
next
night.
morning. That was that night, I thought.
Was it? I thought it was the next morning.
I thought it still
No,
was
as
dark,
dark
out.
as it was, I thought that was like the night of the party.
Oh, I misunderstood
Yeah.
that then.
Yeah.
I was under
It
the
seemed
impression
like-
this happened the next day, like over
Oh.
breakfast or something.
Oh no, I thought that was night, and that's why Great was just kind of sitting there. I think that he was.
Oh,
Like,
it might have been.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that he was sitting there like thinking that like, oh, I'm sitting. I can't believe these girls are fighting. I think he was absolutely shit faced,
Mm.
Yeah.
and he was just sitting there like,
Okay, maybe. Yeah, no, I was just under the
Yeah.
impression it was
Yeah.
the next day, but I could have been wrong.
Yeah.
yeah. And
There-
now I want to go back and rewatch it, but that's how I
Yeah,
saw
right.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a point you could definitely tell Nafisa was feeling it too, because she was standing there at one point, and they like showed her face, and you could see she had like those heavy eyelids. She was
Mm.
kind of like a little wavy. Like,
Right, because maybe that's why Tia was crying so hard because
That
like,
okay, I could give her that.
yeah, and just it just got to be just a wild night.
Yeah.
but it was still ridiculous, like to watch. Like,
Oh
It
yeah.
was so ridiculous.
but
I
giving her
also
a
like,
little bit of a pass.
yeah, especially considering all of that. Like, I thought Nafisa should have just walked away. Definitely. Like, once it started, walk away. But like, if you're in that state and now Tammy and her are arguing, so you're already getting heated, and now Tia starts saying stuff to you too. It's like, all right, now it's 2-on-1. Like, get out of here. But like that Nafisa Tammy thing is interesting to watch because they've been like great has been like between them, and they showed at that party like great at one point. It's like Tammy's grinding up on him, and now Nafisa's doing it, and it's like they kept going back and forth, and of course they're gonna get into, like, that's part of the reason too why I feel like Nafisa was probably trying to throw some shade because they're both feel like they're competing for him. So,
Right. Right. Yeah, it was definitely a rude comment. Like I'm trying to give
Oh
her
yeah.
a pass, but she was definitely being rude. And I think it was all like escalated because like they're just all drunk. But the funny thing is that I want to sit here and I want to judge Nafisa so hard and be like, wow, yeah, so nasty, so nasty. If I was in this situation and I was drunk, I could absolutely see myself making a petty ass comment like that. Did you brush your teeth? When was the last time you wiped your ass? And just be just real fucking rude just because you can, like, and you're drunk.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Sure.
Like, come on. Like,
yeah, that's true. I'm dying to see this red light. I think we're finally getting it next week.
yeah, I'm so disappointed that we didn't already.
Now, is Paris like making out with this guy in her bed? Does that not count? Because if I'm in like a normal situation, to me that counts.
Yeah, I don't think it does because it didn't count with Roberto and Desi.
But that's so confusing. Like, is it only sex is
That's what I'm
considered cheating on this show? Like,
Insertion.
Yeah.
oh, not that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh
I don't
my
like
God.
that word.
Insertion.
But I was like, you can listen, if I'm like in a relationship and I find out that my significant other is lying in bed, snuggled up next to someone making out with them, even if they didn't have sex, that's cheating. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh yeah,
how does that not count?
I agree. But I'm assuming that's what it is. That's just
Yeah.
sex, or
I think it's sex.
maybe it's just anything more than kissing. If you are removing clothing, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
You would end a date with a kiss.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a kiss.
Right. But then it's like, what do we say? So a peck is fine, but then we have to like kiss police. So you have to you just have to allow all kissing. Just blanket kissing is
I
fine.
guess.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna find out soon because I looked. And it looks like the title of next week's episode is literally "The Temptation Light." So,
Ooh, boop, boop, boop.
yeah. So I think we're getting it.
So who do we think it's gonna be?
Paris.
Ooh. I could see it being Paris. Maybe I wonder if Rob and maybe Rob and Desi will.
I think it could be Rob. After watching what she said.
Could be. I don't know. I just feel like Paris feels right to me.
Definitely. I mean,
Rob is a contender for sure because especially once like he saw all that stuff that she was saying about him, and he said that he felt relieved to hear it. Like he's checked out.
Yeah, and I think that this grinding that he's doing with Desi on this couch at the end of this little party they done had, I think that's exactly where we're headed. Straight to the bedroom.
Mm.
I think you could be right. I really do.
Sweet sounds of Nafisa shouting.
I'm not that bitch just screaming.
Yes. So good.
Oh my God. Wow. What a show, huh?
What a show.
Yeah, what a show. I'm happy we're watching it, but this is complete
It's garbage.
trash.
Every time I've had so many people be like, "Oh, I know that like Big Brother hasn't started yet, so like, what are you guys talking about?" And I'm like, I don't want to tell you. Like, I just don't want to admit what I'm watching right now.
It's a shame.
Oh,
This is what we've been brought to. Temptation Island. My God.
Oh God.
That's so funny. Well, wow. I'm excited to keep moving forward with both claim to fame.
Well, I have to also officially announce I'm dropping Stars on Mars. Yeah, it's just not good enough.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes!
I
Yikes!
was
Yikes!
watching it and I was like, I don't care, just don't care. So sorry to Stars on Mars. I
Sorry
did
about
lobby
Not
for
it.
you in the
exciting enough.
beginning. Yeah, tried. Sorry, didn't work out.
All right. Any other thoughts on either of the shows that we were talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Hold on. Is there any other people? I'm confused now because things are in different spots. We discussed Caitlin and Hall enough, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah, I
to
don't have
say
any more to
there.
say
We'll
about them.
see if Hall goes to bed with what's her face, Michaela. These people are doomed. We did enough on them. Maricela and Christopher, whatever. And Paris and Great. Yeah, that's it. Anything for Griffin, who left? We didn't really
Just
talk about his exit.
yeah, hopefully he just doesn't get too
Too aggressive.
out in the real
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, sorry. Goodbye, Griffin. And Marjorie. That's how else we lost, Miss Marjorie.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
there she
Bye.
goes.
Bye. Yeah, that's it. We ran through everyone.
Wow. All right.
Sebastian. Oh, he was talking for a little bit. I didn't know what his name was. I'm hovering over like the things. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
names.
yeah.
Coming up, I'm
I
like,
don't know literally
Sebastian.
anybody's name. I like know them based on what I call them, which is never their name.
Yes, Caitlin,
I know.
Kirsten.
Yeah, I know most of their names pretty well, just because I put the photos in here and I like type their
Right.
name with the file.
Sure.
So that's really the only reason why I have a better idea. But even still, I get confused. I thought Mike was Mark before. So yeah, but Liz, yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah, we
We're
are
loving Claim to
enjoying.
Fame.
Claim to Fame is fun. I'm gonna have a good time with that one.
Yeah,
Claim to Fame is a good time.
yeah.
Matt wants to know if I know what I should be replacing Stars on Mars with. It's not going to be your Total Drama Island.
It's
bullshit.
absolutely implying
I
it should
know
be
that's
Total
what
Drama
it is.
Island.
Absolutely not. It's not going to be that. It's definitely not going to be that. No,
That's
no
so
awe.
funny.
No awe. Not watching literal, drawn, scripted reality TV. Like, it's the most ridiculous.
Right, it's not
thing.
reality TV if someone wrote it.
Right. I mean, it's bad enough that reality TV it probably already has some things written for it. You know, this, I'm just really just accepting it now. Please.
Well, is it written or is it like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to help Matt out, but I
just
don't.
sitting in a voiceover booth and like making shit up. Like
I'm like, maybe it's based on true events or something.
it's literally drawn. People drew them. They're not even people.
Well, there could be a real event that gets, animated later for a dramatic depiction.
Sure.
Just try to help Matt out, I did want to ask Kyle about something. You may have already figured it out before I stream. I brought it up. So somebody that you know and love very much was in the news today. It's Britney Spears.
Oh,
Did you hear about what happened?
This. I don't want to talk about this. It's terrible.
It was just
It's very
crazy.
Oh,
I know. I'm saying it's not right. This girl has suffered enough. She just wanted a picture with the #1 draft pick in the NBA, and she went to go tap on his shoulder, and the security guard slapped her. Terrible, like unbelievable. And now there's other stories coming out about it though, that like this kid, the basketball player, said the security guard that like Britney actually tried to grab him more, and the security guard just like pushed her, not hit her. But I don't know. The whole thing's crazy. She filed a police report. Unbelievable.
But I just think she can't catch a break.
No,
it breaks my heart. I pray for her every night. I just feel like her whole story is like so sad. And, like,
it really is.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
Yeah,
how all these crazy ass things happen to her. It's terrible.
It is awful. In happier news, Liz said here, I did see this the other day. Shawnee is pregnant. One of our favorite.
I didn't see that.
Australian survivors. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to her.
Oh, I love her.
There's a new show coming out. Rumors are swirling.
Really?
Yeah. With some very interesting people. I want to pull back up the tweet. So I don't want to, because there's some people in here I don't know. But The first row of people are very interesting. House of Villains. Did you hear about this? We don't know what it is. We don't know what it
Oh,
is.
this the Twitter thread heard around the world from earlier
Uh-huh.
today.
You're like, what is
Yeah.
this? Huh? What is this?
I'm very interested.
I'm very interested. Because what is it? That's that guy from Survivor, that Johnny what's his face.
Yeah, I don't know who a lot
Tiffany
of these people are.
New York Pollard.
You put her in anything, I'm watching.
Right? Come
I
on.
don't care.
Omarosa, Johnny Bananas. Now these other faces I don't know. Oh, I know Jax. He's from Vanderpump Rules.
Well,
Um,
and the first guy on the bottom row is from Love Is Blind. I know him.
oh, okay. All right. Who is this lady in the middle with the Sunday hat?
With the
don't
Sunday
know.
hat.
The last girl on the top row next to Bananas looks familiar too. I just can't place her.
I don't know who she is. I definitely don't know her. I don't know any of the people on this bottom row except for Jax. Yeah. Johnny Fairplay, indeed. That is his name, Johnny Fairplay. I want to know who the Sunday hat lady is. Who is Sunday Hat? All
What is
right.
that guy's name from Love Is Blind? Why can't I remember? He was terrible. I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I want to know what this show is. Rumored to air on E in October. I didn't put a lot of stock in it until Johnny Bananas retweeted it with the sideway eyes emoji. You know, the one that I like to use a lot. So I feel like that kind of gives it a little bit more credence.
Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts that I can't remember this guy's name.
What? This says Rachel Riley. No.
I see somebody on Twitter commenting that Rachel got dropped.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if she's certainly not in this picture. Like I know what she looks like. You know, that's one of my queens. You know, it's Rachel. What?
Do you think if there's any chance of like, making alliances in this? Do you think that Johnny Bananas and Omarosa will be in an alliance because they both played Big Brother, right? Oh no! My God! What am I talking about?
Big Brother. What are you saying?
Just shut up! I'm mixing up my shows. I'm an idiot. I already know.
Big breath. Big breath.
Wow.
I already know I'm an idiot.
Telling me to shut up.
Wow. Yeah, that
it was a general shut up.
Oh, it's Farrah Abraham.
I felt it.
What is
that?
Farrah Abraham. She's one of those like teen mom people.
Oh, that's who the top right girl is next to Bananas.
I think so. It's either her or it's the girl in the bottom row with the tank top. But I'm pretty sure that's her on the top.
Who is Sunday Hat Lady? And I don't want to look into any of this too much because I see that the source is at GamerVev and they be knowing too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like anything. I blocked them on the podcast account.
So here's the list that I see pulled up. It's Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules, Omarosa, obviously you know her, Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom, Danielle Staub from Real Housewives of New Jersey. I don't know. Tiffany Pollard, of course. Rachel Riley is on this list. Corinne Olympios from The Bachelor, Tanisha Thomas from the Bad Girls Club, Johnny Fairplay. Shake is the guy from Love Is Blind, and then Bananas.
So Liz, this is Sunday Hat Lady. This is Battleship. This is like B3. Okay.
B3.
B3. All right, that's Sunday Hat Lady. Okay. There she is. We need our people on this.
Due to process of elimination, if this list is accurate, it's either Tanisha Thomas from Bad Girls Club or Danielle from Real Housewives of New Jersey. That's it. Everyone else I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the girl on the top that I couldn't figure out was fucking Farrah from Teen Mom. Crazy.
Wait, so who is next to Sunday Hat? Who's that?
I don't know, Kyle. I just read the list.
Oh, I thought you knew these people once you named them. Like I thought you knew of all
No,
them.
no, no.
But you knew
I
the names.
literally am looking at a list.
No, right. But I thought you knew who those people were that you were listing.
Not all of them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like I thought this was like all making good sense to you. And I'm like, I still don't know who these
No, no,
people
no.
are. Yeah. I'm excited for whatever it is. If it's got bananas in it, I'll be there. New York, Omarosa, Sunday hat.
Wait, if that's isn't Tanisha from Bad Girls Club that video of like the woman with the pots and pans? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know that. Is that who that is?
I
I
mean,
never knew what that came from
one
or
of the people
anything.
on the list is Tanisha Thomas from Bad Girls Club. So if that's her, then that's her.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Like, if that's her, then that's her. Is
But
that
I
who
mean,
it
like,
is
if
in the video?
I had it is someone named Tanisha in the video. I don't know if
Oh,
there's
okay. I
multiple
never knew names or
Tanishas.
anything. Okay.
This
This
picture
makes
is
me
on
sad.
the Instagram profile of Tanisha Thomas.
Then that's her
There
with
we
the
go.
pots and pans.
That's Sunday hat. That's Sunday hat.
Wow. Then we love her, is what I've decided.
Excellent.
Because
Excellent. Because I like her just based on
love
her
that
hat.
video.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be fun. Sounds like it should be fun. So we have that in October. Sounds like we're gonna have a
Fun.
busy, busy October.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
wild. Are we gonna do Big Brother UK? I at least want to watch it, even if we don't cover it. I got to see what
Oh
it is.
yeah. I'll
It's a whole
definitely be
different
watching.
format. We don't know anything about her.
I'll definitely be watching, and if you're definitely going to be watching, and we probably will end up talking about it.
That's how this
So,
happens because, like, that's
yeah.
how we did Big Brother Australia. I was like, listen, I'm gonna watch this anyway. So if you want to just chat, like, we can. Like,
Right.
there's
Right.
no skin off my nose. Silly. All right. Well, I haven't got anything else.
Yeah, I don't think I do
Yeah.
either.
You know.
I'm still just trying to get over the fact that I idiotically, for some reason, associated
So
with,
the bananas was
bananas with Big Brother for some reason. What is wrong with my brain right now? I don't know.
on.
It's fried.
Apparently,
It's not even late.
it's really not. I'm just
So
an
the
idiot.
night is young for what we've been
Night is
doing.
very young. Yeah. So it feels very strange. But I mean, last night took a lot out of me.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
long night.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a long night.
It was a great night though with Jacob,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, always a great night.
It was a
But-
hoot.
but definitely, you know,
It's just every time we talk to Jacob, we end up
Long
up
night.
until 2 a.m.
yeah, exactly.
We have to post his Lidl.
Oh my god, I forgot.
That's
about
right.
that.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
have that.
completely forgot
I
he
have
sent that to us.
I also
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
want to take. Remember that thing that he did in the beginning of the stream last night when he was like, he did this on stream, right? When he was
The
like,
radio thing. Yeah.
yeah, he was like, "Hey, everybody, welcome and have a great show tonight with John, Gina, and Kyle." I was like, I feel like we can use that somehow.
Absolutely. No, we have to put that in somewhere. Yeah, we
No,
have a lot of
Kyle,
like cutting and
You gotta
splicing to do.
send me that video too, Kyle, for the tickety tack.
Yes, absolutely. Because we actually have a Lidl.
Matt says, "John, Chat GPT, a story where Sir Nanas is on BB."
Sir Nanas. I'm happy we're going to be getting him again in a different way. That's very exciting to me.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah. I
Has he
always
ever
wanted
done
to-
anything other than the challenge?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, he did have like other little things that he's done, like that traveling show he had. And he had that celebrity sleepover. Like he's done other things that were just like not in this vein, but not like
Not like, yeah,
not a competition
competitive shows
show or
or
anything. Yeah,
yeah.
nothing
Mhm.
like that I can remember. Because no one ever really recognized like the challenge as a valid thing until like recently.
Sure.
You know, before that it was like that very secret thing on MTV that like
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
wanted to. Yeah, that was like no one knows what this is, and all of a sudden it just blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so what do we have coming up? We're going to be here Monday night. Very special evening. We have John Michael from Big Brother Canada 11
Yes.
coming down to hang out finally. Been talking to him for like a while, so really, really jazzed about it. It's going to be
That's
at
gonna be so fun.
9:30. It's going to be really, really fun. So that's Monday the 10th. And then
Yes.
next Thursday, I guess we'll be back at 9:30 with Temptation Island and Claim to Fame. Right, Liz, right. He's gonna be here for
Oh,
Mon
no.
Monday.
That's
Wow.
right. Oh my god, that's amazing. It's Mon Monday. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
I was
that's
purposely
awesome.
not gonna play Mon tonight, just just to avoid the tension. But after that, how
The
can you not play it?
tension.
Yeah, well,
I
you
don't make it that bad
despise
for you, do I?
Mon.
I love it. I love it. And especially because like Mon is essentially just a repurposed, glorified safety chain. Which is something that they're definitely familiar with. Like, so like that's
Right, right.
really, really fun. It's so relevant.
I'll
Wonderful.
have to make sure I have the Mon Monday
With
graphic
Jacob.
in there with the Cynthia Bailey logo with the actual bag on the head.
Oh yes, yes. I mean, you
So
have to do the
I'll have to make
version
sure
with
that
Jacob's
that's
recording in it.
Yes, Jacob's voiceover,
that's
of
right.
course.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
John's own voice doing Mon. Yeah, yeah. That's
It's
John.
Mon Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's built in. It's built in. You got a full experience from us. That's what we have coming up. Yeah, next Thursday, I think, is when Billy will now join us. He had to hit the road early.
Okay.
So, F us, because he has a real life.
Well, I'm very excited too because I feel like originally when we were going to talk to Billy, it was only going to be for Temptation Island. But now that we're doing Claim to Fame, he watches
Right.
that too, right? So it'll be fun to talk about both of them. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I talked about Claim to Fame with him already this week.
Yeah,
when I was on the Reality Guys. Right.
Yeah, Kyle got booked for a whole new podcast.
Yeah, that was really fun. That was really it was a good time. Yeah. I enjoy those boys. We have nice
they're
times.
great.
You have nice times.
I've been watching their recaps for Temptation Island and Claim to Fame. I watched today too. So.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, gotta support.
Yeah,
you're great of course.
No, you're being sweet
as always.
It's a good time.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too. So hope you'll join us on Monday for our first Mon Monday in Big Brother Land, right? Because we didn't do Mondays with BB Can, did we?
No, but because I think the schedule wasn't it like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or something.
It was.
Right?
Yeah, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
We were doing stuff. Oh, we were doing like Survivor and stuff on Mondays. So we just weren't doing.
Survivor and the Challenge USA, right?
Right.
Or not the Challenge USA, Challenge World Championship. Sorry. Oof.
Challenge
USA.
Right. So it'll be nice to be doing a Mon thing for a Big Brother. That's exciting. Yeah. And with a Big Brother friend. Wonderful. All right. So any Hoosers, you can find us on the socials at StratChatPod or on our updated website, StratChatPod.com. And yeah, we're out of here. Thanks a lot.